Amid the dazzling stage lights, the deafening screams of fans, and the powerful beat of the music shaking the entire arena, there was one tiny moment that managed to steal everyone's attention. As the song Swim reached Jungkook's part, Kim Taehyung suddenly patted Jungkook on the shoulder and pointed toward him casually, almost as if signaling that it was now his time to shine. To some people, it may have looked like nothing more than a simple gesture lasting only a few seconds during a massive performance. But for fans, especially those who have always paid attention to the little interactions between Taehyung and Jungkook, the moment instantly felt much deeper than just a casual stage interaction. The way Taehyung looked at Jungkook with a small smile made many people feel as though they were witnessing one of the purest forms of silent support. And what made the entire moment even more emotional was Jungkook's reaction immediately afterward, because he began singing his part with a noticeably brighter expression, almost as if Taehyung's small gesture genuinely gave him an extra boost of energy in front of the thousands of fans filling the arena that night. What made this moment feel so special was how natural and spontaneous it looked. There was no sense of it being staged for the cameras, no exaggerated reactions, and no attempt to intentionally attract public attention. Taehyung simply patted Jungkook's shoulder in such a casual way, like someone quietly encouraging the person closest to them. But that simplicity was exactly why fans immediately lost their minds across social media. Many people said Taehyung looked incredibly proud of Jungkook in that moment. The way he pointed toward him almost felt like he was silently saying, "Look at him, it's his part now." Somehow, little moments like that always feel far more touching than big interactions that are clearly meant to be noticed. Taehyung and Jungkook have long been known for having incredibly natural chemistry. Over the years, cameras have constantly captured them sharing small, seemingly insignificant interactions that somehow make the internet explode because their closeness feels so genuine and impossible to fake. As clips of the moment quickly spread across different social media platforms, fans flooded the comments with emotional reactions. Many admitted they could not stop replaying the video because the tiny details in Taehyung's expression felt too sweet to ignore. Some people said the shoulder pat looked like a quiet form of reassurance, as though Taehyung wanted Jungkook to feel confident before starting his part. Others focused more on Jungkook's reaction, especially the small smile that appeared right after Taehyung pointed at him. Some fans even said the interaction carried much stronger energy than typical fan service because everything about it looked completely spontaneous. And honestly, that is one of the biggest reasons why Taehyung and Jungkook moments always go viral. Their relationship feels incredibly comfortable and effortless. They never need to do anything huge to make fans emotional. Sometimes just a glance, a tiny gesture, or a short smile is enough to send the entire fandom into chaos. Over the years, Taehyung has become known as someone who quietly pays attention to Jungkook all the time. After the swim moment went viral, fans immediately started bringing up older interactions again. From Taehyung unconsciously fixing Jungkook's outfit on stage, waiting for him before walking ahead, or constantly turning to look at him during interviews, fans noticed a pattern of quiet consistency in the way Taehyung treats Jungkook. And what makes it even more meaningful is how comfortable Jungkook always seems whenever he is around Taehyung. He appears more relaxed, laughs more freely, and often shows a softer side of himself that fans rarely see elsewhere. That is why when Taehyung patted his shoulder before the swim part began, many fans felt it was not just another random gesture. It looked like the result of years of friendship, shared experiences, endless practice, emotional moments, and growing up together under the same spotlight since they were very young. What made the internet completely lose control even more was how Jungkook immediately took over the stage right after that moment. The second he started singing his part in Swim, his energy felt completely different. His voice sounded more confident, his expressions became more lively, and his entire aura suddenly commanded the attention of the whole arena. Many fans jokingly said Taehyung activated Jungkook's superstar mode with just one shoulder pat. Even though it was meant as a joke, comments like that reflected how fans genuinely see their relationship. There is this feeling that the two of them naturally give each other energy on stage. And this definitely was not the first time people noticed it. During many BTS performances in the past, Taehyung and Jungkook have often been seen instinctively checking on one another, almost as if they can read each other's body language without needing to say a single word. That kind of closeness is exactly what keeps making fans emotional every single time the cameras catch them interacting naturally. Not long after the video went viral, countless fan edits and detailed analyses started flooding TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Some accounts even slowed down the footage just to highlight tiny details, like the exact way Taehyung's hand touched Jungkook's shoulder, Jungkook's small smile after being pointed at, or the way both of them seemed to laugh quietly after the song section ended. To some people, that level of analysis may sound excessive, but for BTS fans, those tiny details are what make the members' relationships feel so meaningful. BTS has always been loved not only because of their music but also because of the emotional bond shared between the members. And among all those relationships, the dynamic between Taehyung and Jungkook has consistently been one of the most talked about. They have this energy that is difficult to explain, a mix of comfort, playful chaos, silent care, and natural chemistry that only seems to grow stronger over time. Many fans also felt that the swim moment revealed Taehyung's incredibly supportive side toward Jungkook. In the middle of a huge stage performance with thousands of eyes focused on them, Taehyung still took a moment to quietly encourage Jungkook before his part began. Things like that may seem small, but that is exactly what makes them feel genuine. Not every form of support needs dramatic speeches or emotional words. Sometimes the most meaningful encouragement comes through tiny gestures done almost unconsciously. And Taehyung seems to naturally do that whenever it comes to Jungkook. He is often seen protecting Jungkook's mood, checking on him quietly, or making him laugh during stressful situations. Because of that, fans feel that their relationship is filled with simple acts of affection that feel incredibly human and relatable to anyone watching them. On the other hand, Jungkook himself looked completely comfortable receiving that attention. He did not appear awkward or surprised when Taehyung patted his shoulder. Instead, his reaction felt incredibly natural, like someone who is already used to receiving quiet support from someone very close to him. Many fans believe their chemistry feels so strong because both of them truly seem like themselves whenever they are together. Nothing feels forced for the cameras. Everything feels light, spontaneous, and comfortable. That is exactly why moments like this always create such a massive impact online. Fans are not simply watching two global superstars performing on stage, they are watching two people who genuinely seem to enjoy each other's presence even in the middle of the overwhelming pressure that comes with being in the entertainment industry. In the end, Taehyung patting Jungkook on the shoulder before his swim part may have lasted only a few seconds. But like so many other little moments between them, that short interaction managed to leave a huge emotional impact on millions of fans around the world. Behind the massive stages, bright lights, and spectacular BTS performances, the moments that touch people the most are often the simplest ones. A small shoulder pat, a quick glance, or the quiet way someone supports another person without saying anything at all. And perhaps that is exactly why the relationship between Taehyung and Jungkook continues to be one of the most beloved dynamics within the BTS fandom. Because in the middle of all the glamour and chaos of the entertainment world, they still manage to create small moments that feel warm, genuine, and deeply human.